right. So this is our last new moon circle. This is the new moon in Libra, and that invites us to really step into and think about the balance in our lives. So where we may have taken on things that are now becoming too heavy, or where we want to place more emphasis and have just a little bit more weight or attention on things that matter to us. And so this evening is really going to be about returning to ourselves, returning to what's most important. And then I have a practice to, I don't even know if I can really describe it because part of it's just going to be like intuitively led. But what I'm imagining is a connection to our feminine power, to our ancestors, and to the power that comes through community and being with other women. So that's what we're going to do today. So, is there any intention or anything coming up for you around this new moon that you want to claim now?
Just open.
Good. I love it.
Hmm.
All right. Well, then let's just hop into our practice. And then if there's anything that comes up through that, we can chat more at the end.
Sounds good.
Okay. So just get comfortable, wiggle around. This is going to be kind of a deepening experience. So we're going to have closed eyes for a while. And so get comfortable and just take a few breaths here to arrive fully. With each inhale, just feel your spine growing taller. And with each exhale, feel your seat growing heavier and heavier into your chair. And on the next inhale, I'd like you to take in as much air as you can. And on the exhale, imagine roots growing from your seat down into the earth. And as you breathe, you're pushing those roots down further and further through all the layers of the earth and wrapping around the core. And from these roots wrapped around the core, you are tethered and grounded. And it feels good to be heavy, to be sat, to just be here. And at this time, you can let your breath just relax into its natural rhythm. Then turn inward. And if there's any thoughts, anything swirling from the day, try and take it into your mind's eye and put it in a little box. And just tuck the little box off to the right-hand side. And you can come back to that later. But for now, this time is just for you to connect with yourself, with your spirit, and with the energies around you. And now I'd like you to take your attention to your heart space and just check in and see how you're feeling. Is there anything you're needing right now that you can give to yourself? Is there tenderness that might need a hug? Is there aliveness that just wants to be felt? Is there heaviness that just wants to be left alone? Whatever is there is welcome. And we just want to acknowledge it. Now I want to take you on a journey. In your mind's eye, imagine that you're in a forest. And as you look around, you can see all these beautiful trees. And you can feel the aliveness and the richness within the forest. The colors are very stark, very vivid. The textures of the trees are very resonant. As you look down, you can see the forest floor beneath your feet. You feel connected to it. And as you look down, you see you're standing on a path. And start to take that path. And as you're walking the path, you're looking around, feeling the weight and the wisdom of these trees. They're very old. They've been here a long time. They've seen many lifetimes come and go. And they're surrounding you now. And as you continue to walk on the path, you see a creek in front of you. Pause at the creek just to notice the rippling water as it passes your feet. Whether the water is fast or slow, you notice the power that the water has. As it ripples over rocks, carries leaves and twigs. Even if it's shallow, there's a depth to the water. The power that runs through the water is the same power that courses through you. After taking a moment to feel that coursing through your arms and legs, start to step gently into the creek and start to make your way across. When you come up the other side, to the bank on the other side of the creek, just turn around for a moment and thank the creek for sending you the power that you need for this next chapter. And as you continue on the path, the trees start to thin out. And as you keep walking, you're led to an open space, a clearing. And around the edge of this clearing are purple flowers. And they go all the way around like a circle of protection. And as you walk into this clearing, you walk to the middle and you sit down. And as you're seated, you feel that deep connection to the earth through the bottoms of your legs, through your seat on the ground. You're being held by Mother Earth, by the life force that courses through us all. As you're seated, you feel a presence. A woman walks up and sits to your right. It may be a sister, it may be a friend, maybe a stranger, but you feel a connection to her. She sits quietly and goes into her own reflection. And another woman comes up. She sits on your left. She may be a sister. She may be a friend. She may be someone you've never met before, but your soul knows her. And she sits down and turns inward for reflection. And one by one, women start coming to the circle and sitting down. And with each of them comes their own power, their own unique qualities and contributions to the magic and the power that you are creating within this circle. Breathe into the power of the circle. And as you're sitting and breathing and soaking it in, you feel another presence behind you. It's benevolent, it's loving, and it's powerful. It's the presence of your ancestors. There's one woman behind you, and another woman behind her, and another woman behind her, stretching back, back, and back. Ancestors from 50 years ago, 100 years ago, ancestors from 250 years ago, 1,000 years ago, 3,000, and on back to the beginning of your lineage. And each woman in the circle has this chain of women behind her. So there's a constellation of women spreading out from the center of the circle. And they're powerful. They've seen so many things. They've fought so many things. They've learned, they've pushed, they've softened, they've led each other and themselves, and they have led you to this point. And take a moment just to feel the support and the presence and the love of all of these women who came before you. It's not only their blood rushing through your veins, it's their tenacity, their vision, their perseverance, their strength, their trust, their wisdom. And imagine all of that from each of these women entering through the back of your heart and coming to land in your own heart space. And if it feels right to place your hand on your heart and just acknowledge the depth of the power that lives there. And as you feel that, feel your seat back on the ground in that circle. And one by one, the women stand up and they start walking back to the forest. The woman to your left places her hand on your shoulder, and you feel her strength. The woman to the right of you stands up, places her hand on your shoulder, and you feel her trust. And you stand up from that circle feeling resourced, powerful, and wholly sovereign. You are connected, but you are whole just as you are. After taking a moment to look around and take in the view of this circle of protection made by these purple flowers, you find your way back to the path. And start making your way back along the path toward the creek. When you arrive at the creek, you pause. And this time you notice the banks that hold the river, the banks that arise on each side, keeping the water from flooding out. They direct the water, they hold the water, helping to make it even more powerful. And you make your way across the creek, stepping gently and lightly through the water, feeling the temperature, if it's cold and warm. And as you get to the other side, turn around and just acknowledge the life force that you intersected with as you walked across the creek. And as you continue to make your way down the path, you notice the trees again. And this time it feels almost as if they're whispering. And just take a moment to listen, see what they're saying. Hear if there's anything that they're needing you to know. Maybe they're just here to offer a grounding word. And then you're back where you started. And you look down and notice your feet in this forest floor of a flow. On the next inhale, I want you to imagine drawing up the roots that you wrapped around the core of the earth. Draw them up through all the layers, the mud and the muck and the limestone, the bedrock, up, up, up into your feet. And on the next inhale, I want you to raise your spine. Feel the support of your seat and your spine, bringing you to your center. And then on your next inhale, start to wiggle your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Just take a moment to stretch, look around the room, maybe find something green or blue to anchor your vision. And then, if you have a journal or anything to write on nearby, jot down any reflections or feelings that came through for you during that practice. I'll give you a few moments to do that. And now bringing it back to the energy of the full moon, I'd like you to take a moment and just set an intention. Plant a seed for the next lunar cycle. Is there something you'd like to bring back? For example, I'm bringing back my intention for space. Things got very full over the last season, and I'm really feeling pulled and called to have more space. Have more space within my home, have more space schedule, and also the intentionality of space, being in the spaces that feel really good for me, that feel nourishing, sharing space with people that feel really good. And so just set an intention for your next 30 days. What would you like more of? And then thinking back to our practice, is there anything from that practice that you would like to take with you into the next month? If there was a quality that came through for you, or some spoken wisdom, or some intuitive insight that came up, is there anything you want to take with you? Mm. All right, well, that wraps up our last new moon circle, our new moon in Libra. And this is a good one. I really enjoyed it. I think I received what I needed from it. Um, oh, I don't want to put you on the spot, Orly, but was there anything that you wanted to say before we wrap it up?
No, it's just always a good reminder to just keep checking in,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And finding balance in all the things is important.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. That elusive balance, right?
Sometimes we just need more reminders than others.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. That's how it is. Well, wonderful. I hope you have a good rest of your evening,
Thank you, you too.
rest of your week. Thank you. And I'm sure I'll see you very soon. Oh, I might see you tomorrow if you'll be on the call. Will you
Oh
be
yeah,
on or? Okay.
I think I will be there. And
Okay.
I'm gonna try to go to Lumi in the morning. It just
Oh,
depends
nice.
on some projects that I'm working on. So
Mm. Okay. Perfect.
yep,
Well, I'll definitely see you soon in some way or another.
sounds good. I like that.
Great.
Have
Thank
a good
you.
night.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye.